Hey everyone, it's Jada Johnny. This video is going to be dedicated to Yasuo jungle. I know I didn't mention it in my previous video about builds, and a lot of people wanted an in-depth look at a specific role's building gameplay. A EU player was kind enough to share his gameplay and tips with me, so that's what I'm going to be using for this video. So for pathing, his jungle path is mainly red Krugs to Scuttle, but if he thinks that the enemy mid laner will try to kill his laner at level 1 or 2, or if his enemy jungler is Twitch or Camille, who can easily gank at level 2 and secure a kill, he will do red to Raptors while saving that small one, so he can dash to mid lane. With this pathing, it'll get him to level 3 after 3 camps in a short time, while being safe from counterjungling. If his red gets invaded, then he heads to the enemy red buff or blue buff, and then he does the same. If he starts from blue, he does level 2 to take Gromp without losing too much HP. After Scuttle, he's strong enough to 1v1 most of the junglers, but some exceptions are Lee Sin, Rengar, Kayn, and Udyr. He's not sure, sometimes he can kill him easily, and sometimes they just destroy him. Continuing on after Scuttle, he's also able to gank mid if pushed or gankable, or he goes bottom. He wants to secure both Scuttle Crabs, and he's even willing to flash smite it from the enemy jungler. Also, it's really easy to counter jungle after Berserkers, especially the Raptor camp. So for the build, you're going to go Machete and Refillable Potion at level 1. With this, Yasuo can stay in the jungle long enough to get around 800 gold. And this is where the Futures market kicks in, so you're able to recall for Berserkers. With Berserkers, you'll have an incredible power spike, boosting Yasuo's performance in every aspect. He can roam around lanes faster, farm easier, and has easier time dueling people. And lastly, he can provide decent CC with tornadoes. Later on, Yasuo builds either triple Dagger or Zeal. Then he builds Phantom Dancer into Vampiric Scepter, Infinity Edge, or Mallet, and then the rest of the items are situational. Around level 11 to 13, he suggests selling Machete because its passive can mess you up if you farm lanes a lot. Now we're going to talk about ganking. Yasuo can easily lane gank through minions or just walk up from behind, or he can even go through bushes. Having allied knockups help, but it isn't necessary. Some tips you wanted to add is that you want to manage the wave depending on how your laners want to, so you don't tilt them. You have to farm as much as you can, farming side lanes or pushing when the enemy laner isn't there. Also, don't do camps if you think you'll have to run from enemies. He also notes that after his Berserker PD, Yasuo can easily solo Dragon, but the ideal setup for that is Berserker's PD into Vampiric Scepter so you maintain full HP. For runes, the primary tree is Conqueror, Triumph, Alacrity, and Coup de Grace. As for the second tree, he always takes Inspiration, but it's very flexible. You can go Futures Market in perfect timing, because free Stopwatch and reduced GA cooldown is just broken. He also notes that he can't even count how many times you survived a dive or getting dove thanks to that. Some other options for your secondary tree include Domination. It can be good with Ravenous Hunter and it's definitely a fun page when going Static Shiv. Sorcery is a niche choice because Water Walking is useful but not enough, and the other runes are mediocre. Resolve is completely useless because it only slows you clear without giving anything useful. Please note that it is good in lane, but for jungling it's not useful. So in summary, Yasuo jungle takes a lot of micro and macro and mechanics to be played properly. Knowing your matchups and your laner's matchup are incredibly important. You have to know wall jumps, auto attack resets, and combos to gank effectively, stay healthier in jungle, and fight. He says that it's not recommended for players below mid-platinum and for those who are unfamiliar with Yasuo. Now for my take. I believe Yasuo jungle is a fun pick and definitely playable. Is he an optimal jungle choice? No. Is he fun to play as? Yes. I think anyone can attempt to pick it up. It's just that playing him jungle at his full potential is difficult, but that's the same for laning Yasuo. I hope that this video was insightful and that this breakdown was adequate. If you want it to be even more detailed, as in a full game walkthrough, please comment it down below. I'm going to let the rest of the gameplay continue. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.